Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my review for Marriage Boot Camp season 19, episode 2. They are barely married, but they on marriage boot camp. Honey, I ain't got time for this. Y'all know it's the weekend, so I will not be on camera. So this is like a podcast. Go ahead and listen to me review the things. I got photos, and that's all that you need sometime. Okay. But y'all know first things first. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dots, and dot. Okay. Do not forget to like the video, comments in the comment section. Also, you can do a share button to share this on your social media. It is always greatly appreciated. Okay. And as always, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. Look, y'all, look, you need to be following me on the Instagram streets because that's where I be the most of the times. I also be on Twitter, but I'm always on IG, and I'm pretty funny over there. So come on over there and have a good time there because I'm not on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm also at work sometimes. But y'all know what I mean. Anyway, let's get started on this episode of the Marriage of the Boot Camp. We know I got to still sing little folk couples. It's only one married couple and they barely married. So this should just be called boot camp for people who go together. But let's leave it be. So Lyrica and A1 is still fussing back and forth on day one, okay? On day one, because both of them feel like the other one isn't listening, okay? And A1 being the whole baby, when he want to go home. I'ma leave. I'm tired. She ain't listening to me. I wanna go, okay? And Dr. Ish reminds both of them, look, y'all are here to try to work things out. So y'all have a kid together, whatever. And if you want to one day tell your kid like, we tried our best, the best to be together. We tried our best to make it work. And it did. We tried everything we could. You can't say that to your child if you leave on day one. And I'm like, A1, stop being a baby. Stop being childish. Sit down somewhere. Calm down. Take a whole chill pill. Okay, go bleach your hair or whatever. And just chill out. You know you don't want to go nowhere. Okay, so he decides to stay. And we also see they slept in the same bed. This is my thing. When the person has been cheating on you and y'all live in separate households, I don't want to sleep in the same bed with that person. We need us, two twin beds, two full beds, a full bed and a queen size. I don't know. We need two separate. We need the beds how Wilma and Fred slept on the Flintstones. We need with the bee mama, the beaver mama them on Leave with the Beaver, we need some separate 1950s beds around here because I don't want to sleep with him. But again, they slept in the same bed, but she was in a onesie. But the following day, we see some folks complaining about this or about that. Okay, we got Rich No Dollars and Mariah Lynn who are complaining because their room is too small. I can't believe how small this room is. After being in quarantine for 14 days, why are we such a small room? Y'all don't live together. Y'all don't be together. They probably put y'all in a small room because y'all need time and space together. Okay, y'all don't need more space. Y'all need less space. Y'all need togetherness. But they don't get it. They don't get it. Now, K. Michelle and Caston, the dentist, okay, they and they woman, whatever. Caston does not really want to be here. You can fully tell K. Michelle wants to be here. You can fully tell K. Michelle wants to be back on TV. And why not come on here with my boyfriend? Or whoever this man is, and work on things because he is not open to even being open about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He don't really want to share nothing that's going on with them. He does not want to, voice, their issues to the world. Then why did you come on a nationally syndicated show about couples? Why would you do that, Cass? And you a smart man. You have to be smart to be a dentist, okay? All them teeth and whatever, and gum disease and plaque, okay, and braces. You have to be smart to be a dentist, but you may not be as smart when it comes to regular life because why come here if you don't want to talk about what's going on? Oh, because she wanted it. Okay. So they're kind of stand up in their room to not really be mixing and mingling with the rest of the cast. Okay, now Gangsta Boo is sitting around talking to K Michelle or whatever downstairs. Him downstairs, and she brings up how she be beefing with her man's family, like his mama, his kids or whatever, because they don't have no boundaries. They don't have no boundaries or whatever, and we be beefing and whatnot. and they are always interrupting me and him's time together. I'm like, but if y'all been dating for 7 years, like, would they be interrupting? Like, y'all be doing it or whatever? Like, I'm like, what is going on? And if it's been going on for 7 years, and you don't like it, why are you still there? I'm leave that be. She also brings up how his kids be disrespecting her based on when him and her be fussing and whatever about whatnot. He will tell his kids about the bad times, which make the kids feel like, oh, y'all always beefing, so we don't have to respect you. Well, first of all, don't get your daddy ass beat. Okay, we're gonna move on from that. So we see what is it? It is rap battle day. I really wish they would pick different activities for each season because every time they have the hip hop people on here, they have rap battles. I'm like, why? Why can't y'all figure out some other kind of activity to do for them to express, the issues they want to address in their relationship? I don't want to see these rap because y'all can't even play real music. Okay, y'all playing some little fake free music. If you can't get no artist to make y'all a real beat for them to rap to every season, leave it be. Pick something different. Do Wheel of Fortune. Okay, do Jeopardy. Do a Jeopardy version where guess who said this? My coochie is better. You would never find another. Who said that? A fool. Anyway, so so stupid. The first couple out with the rap back because we know that Lyric is a singer, A1's a producer, so they are musical. We know Castain is a dentist, so not so much. But Kate Michelle sings. Rich is a producer ish or a manager, whatever. He was horrible. Mariah, Gangsta Boo, and Emmett are all rappers, so it should be fine. But Emmett and Gangsta Boo go first or whatever, and he brings up his little rhyme how we be fussing over nothing, and because we be fussing over nothing, that I feel like it's your fault that we fuss over nothing. It caused me to resent you, okay? And then she brings up her little rap how well you don't set boundary with your mom and your kids or whatever, and I want to punch him in the face. Basically, okay. We then have K Michelle and Casson. Okay, now again, Casson's a dentist, but he wrote some little stuff or whatever. He brings up how you be interrogating me like you the goddamn police, okay? Out here believing little BS, I'm saying, from other fuck, but you don't believe me. And if you want our love to stay strong, you can't believe that all men are wrong. I said, oh, he rhyming too? Okay, dentist. Anyway, and Kay Michelle had a whole little rhyme or whatnot. And what she basically said was, you not gonna keep playing with me like my pussy wet. I'm like, not your pussy. Who what? What? Why is that in a rap? Why Kay Michelle, why is your grown self even rapping about he not gonna act like your coochie whack? But is it whack? How was he acting like it's whack? Because he don't want, to impregnate you? Girl, anyway, she brings up to how, saying, I want the white picket fence, the kids in a ring or whatever, and that when someone do her wrong, she keep it moving or whatever, and she writing the song and make a bag. I'm looking like making a bag. Why was she saying it was a cool little flow? But I was like, you talking too much about stuff that don't really make no sense. And she brought up how I'm a wife, not no sad. And if you don't want me, then let me go so I can ride. I was like, okay, Michelle, girl, go sit down some damn well. Okay, we then had Rich Dollar, Rich No Dollars, and then Mariah Lynn. Rich did horrible because Rich can't rap. Okay, he is definitely look. No one can tell me he wrote anyone's right. He couldn't have wrote no. Did he write any songs? He could have wrote some songs, but he no. No one should ever put him on a beat ever again. Okay, but anyway, she brought up how say he's the leader of the Creep Squad who doesn't have any TLC, and you better hope he don't die alone. I said, now you hope he don't die alone. That they need to figure out if they can really love each other because her pussy is so good that he would never find another. I'm like, oh, so someone else wanted to remind the man how good their coochie is. We got Kay Michelle saying her coochie not whack, and then her Mariah Lynn saying her coochie the best and he ain't gonna find more. Girl. This is the thing. If your cooch was that good, why you not claim you? And I'm not trying to down your cooch, and I'm not trying to give any points to Rich, but why are you placing any part of your worth on your coochie? Non-rapping ass broke ass Rich Dollars says how he wants to trust her, but because so much has happened over the years that he doesn't know if he can based on a lying she has done. And this is my weird thing about that. Rich trying to say I can't trust Mariah Lynn because she's lied before. You are the leader, the CEO, the inventor of the Creep Squad. Okay, what was she lying about? Okay, and my thing is, if you was banging her behind closed doors and not admitting y'all were, messing around, you a liar too. But I'm gonna leave that be. I'm gonna leave that be. Okay, and then lastly, we had A1 and Lyrica. Okay, the couple who's married but barely there. Now, she says that she loves him. Okay, the reason she's there with him and trying to work things out is because she loves him. However, he paints this perfect picture of them, even though he be out here cheating and scheming and creeping, showing her the worst sides of him. Okay, and then he said, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to be riding and being together, raising our son in the ocean. Okay, but he know he fucked up. He know he was wrong, but she didn't have to play tit for tat. Oh, so you can cheat on her, but God forbid she cheats back? Really? Because you consistently cheated on her. This is the thing. A1 didn't cheat once, was like, oops, one time I fucked up. No, A1 has consistently been stepping out on his wife. So to say, I know what I did first was wrong. Well, why did you have to play tit for tat? Well, because you kept doing it. It can't be tit for tat unless someone keeps titting for me to tat. Okay, and had you just tipped this once, I would have to keep tit and tatting. Anyway, but he also brings up that when she's angry and while he's horny, and she be crying while he's sorry, and life without her is boring because he needs her, because she is his best friend. This is my issue with A1. And even Lyrica brought up how, he'll say all these sweet things, but keep doing the same BS. You can't keep cheating on me and then want to be, oh, I'm so sorry, I love you, I want to be with you, but you keep doing the same shit over and over and over. But we're going to leave that be as well. So we do see the couples, the drills are over. And y'all know after the drills, usually all the couples go sit around and eat and chit chat about what has went down or whatever. But we see Kate Michelle and Caston went to their room. Okay. And the other couples were at least trying to eat together. They were talking a little bit, but not talking too much. But with Caston's like, I'm just trying to get this over with. I am here, but I want to get it done. And K Michelle got honey naked and under the covers, sitting on or whatever. He out there smoking weed and whatnot. And Dr. Ish mentions how a part of the therapy is for the couple to sit and talk amongst each other, because that forces everybody to speak on the issues. If no one is talking to nobody else, no one is discussing what just happened and how they feel. You're supposed to express yourself, and no one is doing that. Could we then see A1 and Lyrica both bringing up how, one isn't listening to the other one or whatever, and how he was saying all these sweet nothings and whatnot or whatever, but then they also do not be talking to each other. So they go up in their room and they like FaceTime their son. Um, and Dr. Ish brings up how, well, for one, A1 needs to change its behavior and be consistent with that change. You can't just say, I'm going to be different, baby, and that be like for 1 week. No, ma'am, you have to keep it there. But he also brought up how Lyrica is the one who holds the power, because she's the one that has to forgive A1 if she wants this thing to work. So he like, she got to forgive him and move forward with the relationship and not keep bringing it up, not keep focusing on it. But again, that don't mean he can keep cheating, because the thing is, he needs to change, and if he changes, she needs to forgive them and move forward, or else leave his ass. Okay. We see Mariah Lynn and Rich in their room too. Talking about they trying to force us to talk. I'm like, have y'all not watched? It's like I feel like all of them have watched prior seasons, but are playing dumb Diddy, and I don't know why. Okay, so why say they're trying to like force us to talk? Yes, it's a dating show. It's a therapy show. In therapy, you talk every season. We've seen the couples after each exercise sitting around talking. Y'all up here being deaf, blind, mutes, and not seeing each other, not talking to one another, and not listening to any damn body. Okay, it's weird to me. And only Emmett and Gangsta Boo, like, where everybody at? I want to know how they feel. I want to chit chat. I want to see how, who thought, who won what part of the rap battle, whatever. But all the couples are in their rooms. So her and Emmy say, well, fuck it, I guess we gonna go to our room too. So again, no one's talking. So it's just weird, weird, weird. And for me, it's like it makes no sense how they got booked for the show and they only want to do the drills and then go in their room. It's like, did y'all come to do TV or therapy? I think y'all came to do TV if no one wants to do the work. Okay. So we then see Dr. Ish and Justin Toder who's saying, like, we don't like this bullshit. We got to get them together because, again, someone has to really be in this process because, again, it's 10 days of therapy. And if no one's talking for 10 days, how is anything going to be fixed? So when they're like, hey, y'all, tonight it's going to be a little dinner, get dressed up. The dinner is on me, said Dr. Ish. And so when they all come to dinner all dressed up and all, oh, it's a dinner. Oh, this is fancy. Okay, we like this. We like this. It was like, oop, joke's on you. Okay. The dinner was about y'all didn't want to have any discussions today. Okay, cool. So for the dinner, y'all would have to discuss one of the things y'all was rapping about earlier that's an issue in your relationship. And it would be like in food form or whatever. So whoever is at fault for that issue or whoever admits, they're a part of that issue will have to eat whatever the food is. So Gangsta Boo and Emmett was up first, and they had to discuss the lack of boundaries. Okay, the lack of boundaries, and the food associated with that was spicy curry. I mean, spicy curry. So each person had something hot to eat. To show how when you are fussing with somebody or when you're having this issue in your relationship, how uncomfortable it makes that person, or even how uncomfortable it makes you. So in the midst, like I do know I don't really set boundaries that well with my family, or even with her. But she began pissed sometimes for no reason, like she wants all my attention. And Gangsta admits that, because he doesn't set boundaries, it pisses her off. Okay. And I feel like he treats me like I'm some like little fling who he does not have to put ahead of other people. And that I also, she said, I'll be jealous if he gives anyone attention at any time. I'm like, that's crazy. If y'all have been a couple for 7 years, you should not be jealous that that man has like a mother and kids. Cause did she say if he was a dog? I'm like the dog, like the puppy, girl. Anyway, because they both own that. They both don't have the right boundaries up. They both have to eat spicy curry, and it's hot ass food. Okay, hot food. So they both see how uncomfortable and how painful it can be when what I'm saying, you out here fucking around and not having boundaries set, okay? And then we have Kate Michelle and Caston, okay, out here. And their issue was dreams destroyed because Kate Michelle feel like her, my fairy tale ending, was destroyed for whatever reason. And so the food associated with that is the habanero peppers, okay, some hot ass peppers. And then she said, well, he can eat those because it's on him, it's his fault. And he was like, why is it his fault? She said, well, because I was dating rich rappers and I was dating athletes before I met him and I was making money. And then I said to myself, you know, I wanted someone who would love me for me, okay, who was all about me or whatever, and who would always see me for me. And that was him because he had always done that since high school. And then she said, but he came in, he should have been her Romeo, okay, but he wasn't. And Dr. Ed said, why couldn't he just be casting? Like, why did you expect him to be someone else? Again, that's your fairy tale that you're not even caring about what he wants out of his life. It's all about you. And then Caston brings up how, well, I try to make her happy, but nothing I do is enough for her, okay? Because of her fairy tale idea of what she wants. So I can try to do this or that or whatever, but she just doesn't like it. And Dr. Ish brings up how both of y'all, it seems, have played a part into not being what the other one wanted or thought they wanted or thought they needed. So, they both decide that they're gonna have to eat the peppers. I say, okay, Michelle probably doing with them peppers. I think her ass still healing from the surgeries, so I don't think she want nothing hot. She didn't want nothing hot coming out of them surgical ass cheeks. Okay, but they both look bite. Hot mouth. And again, you see how the other one can be suffering based on the BS that you did. Let's get to Mariah Lynn and Rich. So, Rich No Dollars and them, their issue and them, Rich No Dollars and Mariah Lynn, their issue was public image, and it was represented by, I think it was Chili Peppers. I think it was Chili Peppers, or whatever. She brings up how he has this whole Playboy image, and that's not who he is, like when they're alone or whatever. That he even at one point he to hold up his Playboy image, he went live in front of her face with another female. I said, but this is the thing. You're saying he's doing these things around you, in front of you, or without you, but why are you here? Because the thing, Rich has never admitted or claimed her ever. The most he's ever admitted was we had messed around here and there, over the years. But he's never claimed to really like have ever been like with her. So it was weird for her to say he has his whole Playboy image. He's the whole captain of the Creep Squad. He went live with whoever the chick he is in front of my face. But behind closed doors, when it's just me and him, he's a whole different person because he's a liar and a cheat. Okay. Anyway, but Rich brings up, he like, well, I have never cheated on any woman I was actually with, which to me means I've never really been with you. You can't say I cheated on you if I've never really claimed to be in a relationship with you. So again, why are you here? Why are you here, Mariah Lynn? Okay. But he said because he's always the one being accommodating, he will eat the food. And she said, no, you should sacrifice because you love someone and eat the food. So he eats a little pepper. I'm like, first of all, is the diabetes okay? Is the pepper too hot? With no sugar in it? Ain't no carb? Girl, fix it. Okay. And then lastly, we have Lyrica and A1. And they were having to discuss forgiveness. But they said because A1 has an allergy to spicy food, they had to change what he had to eat. And so they gave him they gave them fertilized chicken eggs. I said fertilized chicken. So it's a chicken? It's a dead baby chicken in there? Oh, I can't eat eggs for like 2, 3 days now. And I gotta eat eggs, because I be eating eggs. Lyrica was like, I am not eating that. I will not eat that. No. But A1 brings up, look, I don't want to keep being reminded, okay, of the times I failed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep being reminded that I'm a failure. I wish she could have tried to forgive me. And I'm like, but A1, have you stopped doing what she was mad at? Because this is the thing. The only time anyone can say, I wish so and so could forgive me for the mistake I made is if they didn't keep making it. You can't say, I want her to forgive me. Forgive me. I forgive you. You can't want that if you keep doing the same things, okay? And then she asked him, well, did you feel like a failure after fucking? I said, well, I mean, did you? Did you? But I'm like, what? Is that gonna fix anything? And Dr. Is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Is that a question, you're asking to resolve this issue between y'all, or would you just trying to hurt him? She was like, it was both. It was both. And A1 was like, it's fine. I know she want to hurt me. It's fine. I can take that, okay? But I do want her to forgive me. And I'm like, but it's not. Anyway, Dr. Ish tells Lyrica, like, look, you don't want to forgive him. It seemed like you do not want to forgive him because they feel like if you forgive him, it may be you give him a pass. So that's what's going on or whatever. But he's like, but if you forgive him, it ain't even about him. If you forgive him, it will free you because right now you're holding on to that anger, that pain, that hurt, and it isn't helping anyone, not anybody. And when she brings up how, he said you can say you forgive him all you want. You can keep saying those words, but however, you don't really mean it if you don't feel it. Because if you did, you would keep bringing up what he did because you've already forgiven him. And so we know that you're not over it. And she don't have to be over it. But again, if you can't get over it, leave. Leave. Look, Pack your, I gotta go, I gotta leave. So please don't make it hard for me. If y'all know nothing about Vivian Green, okay? If you don't know nothing about Vivian Green, go to Tidal or Spot or whoever you listen to and pull up Vivian Green's. What's it called? What is it called? It may be quite. I gotta go. Anyway, so A1 takes the bait of it all and said, I'll be the one to eat. Well, no, they both had to. But when they cracked the egg, what came out? I'm like, is that chitlins? What is that? I was like, even out, and you're like, oh, it stinks. Look, I can't eat. Look, food cannot have a smell. If it's a stinky smell, I don't want it. Get it out my face. So A1 put like a little bit of it on a little spoon, pour some liquor on it, and then ate a little bit that way. And Lyrica refused to taste it at all. Okay, and I was like, okay, but when K Michelle, when K Michelle said your husband, was fucking a chick, so at the end of the day, you sucked his dick, and after that, so you've already tasted chicken. I said, now she's already tasted chicken head. But even Mariah Lynn said, I would look, I am not tasting no fertilized baby. I was like, have you ever sucked a dick? Okay, because if you ever sucked it, okay, and swallowed it, you at least had a halfway baby up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but look again. Cut out, okay? So we then see Justin Tola comes out, to tell him what happened the whole day. She was upset, okay? She like, all y'all been here and y'all have all been listening to each couple. Okay, but not nan time was you listening to your partner. Okay, you're up here. K Michelle and Caston may have been listening to Gangsta Boo and Emmett, but Caston and K Michelle wasn't listening to each other. So each couple here was not communicating to the person they're here with, but y'all up here listening and paying attention to the other folks' issues, okay? And she was like, the men ain't talking to the men about what's going on, how they feel. The women aren't talking to the women about how they feel. Okay, it's a waste of time. Okay, no one is talking to anyone, and all I did all day was watch all of y'all sit in y'all rooms. Okay, and look, I'm getting paid to be here no matter what. Okay, but y'all can't come here and not really show up and participate in this experience. Okay, you can't do that. Okay, now again, like I said, I get paid regardless. Okay, but I don't want to get paid but be wasting my day. Okay, and I don't want to waste another one. I was like, well, let them know. Okay, let them know. So K Michelle, because now it's over, they can all go about their business. So we see K Michelle talking to Mariah Lynn. Okay, because she said, it's here, Mariah Lynn, talking whatever. Um, she reminds me of myself, okay? Because I would sometimes dumb myself down or only speak about sex because I have my own insecurities. So let me have, these other conversations to avoid what I'm feeling. And she brings up how Mariah Lynn, she said to Mariah Lynn, you should never have to remind him or tell Rich that you's a bad bitch. He should know you're a bad bitch. Okay? You should just know these things. I'm like, but you just told Caston that your cooch wasn't whack. So y'all both was, girl, it's like I get what K Michelle was trying to do and instill or advise Mariah Lynn on, but K Michelle is the last one who needs to be given advice because the same way, Mariah Lynn should not have to, remind Rich or prove to Rich she's a bad bitch. You up here, just keep asking one man the same question. Do you want my kids? Do you want me to have your kids? I need to know if you want me to have your children. Well, obviously not. Okay, so stop trying to ask that man if he wants to impregnate your uterus. Okay, I may not. We're gonna leave it be. So we see that or whatever, and then we see K Michelle have a chat with Gangsta Boo. Couldn't get a clear picture because it was weird. It was in the bathroom. So K Michelle and Gangsta Boo, were friends back in the day. Okay, about 10 years ago they had a little falling out. We don't know. I don't know for what. Okay, now it's like looking it up. But 10 years ago they had a little falling out or whatever. So they have not talked in the past 10 years since when they got in this house. Gangsta Boo brings up how was she saying to K Michelle the same chicks that I introduced you to, that you're still cool with to this day, that you met through me, are the chicks that you was talking shit about, to me. So apparently, whatever Kay was saying about Gangsta Boo got back to Gangsta Boo, and I don't even feel comfortable. Discussing what I was told you said about me 10 years ago. I don't feel like discussing it here because that ain't what we're here for. But just know, like, you know what I'm saying? They both feel like they don't have a beef with each other, but something happened and they both just got to figure it out. So fine. But what came to well, I was mad at you and I did not want to be your friend no more. So, yes, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Came to was basically saying, like, I was talking shit about you, but it was because I didn't like you. And I did not want to be cool no more. So I was talking cash shit or whatever. However, regardless of that, I have not changed then or now. I'm like, if you the same person you was 2 years ago, that's not always good. Okay, not always good. But Kay Michelle walk away like, I gotta go check on my man, okay? But she really just like don't want to keep having this conversation with Gangsta Boo. And so now she like hiding because she does not want to hash out these issues. Some kind of way, she then gets to A1 in Lyrica's room because she's hiding from Gangsta Boo. And as you see, you got Lyrica in the bed in her onesie, A1 no shirt on with his pajama pants on because it's nighttime. K Michelle is in a robe. And my issue was she went to their room to kind of hide from Gangsta Boo, hoping Gangsta Boo wouldn't come in here, looking for her. But she did, as y'all see. And then I did not like, I'm like, Kate Michelle, get out of A1 and Lyrica's bed. Look, you should never lay in the bed of a couple. I have a rule. No one can be in my bed, besides me and my dude. That's it. Okay, I don't, no ma'am. Look, it's spare beds in another room for a reason. Don't come up in here. So I did not like Kate Michelle being in her robe, laying in the bed in A1 spot. That's just weird to me. Um, she then decides to kind of, I guess, get away from Boo. I'm going to act like I'm mad at A1 because he didn't say something about me wanting kids. So she's now using that as an excuse to say, A1, yeah, but I'm mad at you. Let's go in my room and discuss why I'm mad at you. Trying to get away from Boo. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you just ask Lyrica to come with you and have a private conversation, and then that way Gangsta can go on about business? But it was weird how she was trying to make it seem like Gangsta was a crazy stalker, and I'm like, but she really just trying to talk to you, and you being childish, running away and playing games. And I'm like, what? And then when K Michelle pulls A1 out the room to fakely go talk to him about the stupid issue to get away from Boo. Lyric was like, I can't believe A1 would leave with K Michelle. He don't have no good track record. You should have asked me if I was okay with him leaving with K. I'm like, bitch, but it's not real, right? Because K Michelle just told y'all she tried. I was like, Lyrica, no ma'am. And while I get her point, he ain't going there to fuck her. Because in her man is in her room. So for Lyrica to make it seem as if, oh, I got an issue now, girl, you just want to fight that man. That's it. And that's it. But anyway, that was the whole episode, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Do not forget to like the video, comment in the comment section. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. Other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Gotta go. Bye-bye.